At this time, we will have an introduction of our guest speaker, Ms. Naisha Williams, the salutatorian.
Good afternoon. Dr. John Rice II is a senior program associate with the Supervised Visitation Initiative, SVI, at the Vera Institute of Justice. He has spent the past 16 years providing leadership, technical assistance, and support to organizations that serve low-income fathers and families in the areas of child welfare, youth development, and criminal justice in efforts to create safe and stable communities. Previously, Dr. Rice held the position of Chief Operating Officer and Director of the nationally recognized Men's Services Responsible Fatherhood Program at the Center for Urban Families in Baltimore. At CFUF, he assisted in developing a partnership with the House of Ruth, Maryland Gateway Project, cited by Health and Human Services as one of the first collaborations in the nation between a responsible fatherhood service provider and a domestic violence abuser intervention program. Dr. Rice has been a consultant speaker, workshop presenter, and faculty member for the Office of Violence Against Women, OVW, Futures Without Violence, formerly the Family Violence Prevention Fund, Privates International, the National Network to End Domestic Violence, Office of Family Assistance, and other recognized governmental social justice and fatherhood organizations. Dr. Rice has a BS and MS degree in criminal justice from the University of Baltimore with a specialization in corrections. He also holds a Doctor of Public Health degree from Morgan State University School of Community Health and Policy, where he studies emphasis was violence prevention and intervention. He resides in Owings Mills, Maryland, is married and the proud parent of 2 children. He is proud member of Baltimore Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated and the National Forum for Black Public Administrators. I now present to you Mr. John Rice II.
Good afternoon. We can do better than that. This is a day of celebration. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Class of 2012. I want to take this time to acknowledge and thank the school staff, faculty, parents, loved ones, and everyone that's here today that supported our proud graduates. Most importantly, I want to thank and recognize the class of 2012 Excel Academy at Francis and Wood. I would be remiss if I did not thank your principal, Dr. Angela Seaton, for her leadership during your course of study. Also, I want to thank her leadership team, the distinguished guests that are on the panel today, as well as my friend and colleague, Mr. James Smith, for extending an invitation to me to speak today. I hope to provide an encouraging message to our graduates. And I say to the graduates, in preparing for this presentation, I researched your school and I looked at the history, the great history of the late Francis M. Wood. And the man was very accomplished and he really loved education. And so I named that the reason you're here today is because men such as Dr. Francis M. Wood and others sacrificed their lives so that you can stand upon their shoulders. I think we need to applaud that. But I just didn't look at the history. I also wanted to find a little bit about you all. And your motto is, our ship has sailed. Farewell 2012. You know, I believe that was an excellent motto that you all picked, and it was appropriate for the times that we are in today. So you may be asking me, well, Mr. Price, what do you mean that, that was a great motto to pick? Well, a ship can find itself in smooth waters. It can find itself in rough waters at any given time. Some people would say right now as a society and as a community that we are really navigating through some very tough waters. I mean, right now we're in a very tough economy. A lot of people in the news are saying it's going to be hard for young people to come out and get a job. If you watch the national media, even the local media, you see them talking about crime. Some of us may have had loved ones that lost their lives on the streets of Baltimore or other places. Also, we have families that have been struggling with mental health issues as well as substance abuse. And let me say this, while we are proud to have our first African American president, we also recognize that racism and discrimination still exist in our society today. To make it to today, class of 2012, which is going to be a day of celebration, a day of recognition, you work together, each of you, to build this ship. And this ship is a ship that's able to withstand rough waters, and is also going to be able to navigate and enjoy the smooth waters. And understand why you have all been together as a collective today in this larger ship. Each of you all is getting ready as you walk out these doors today to set sail on your own journey, in your own ship. Doesn't mean you're going to lose the ties to the people that you have today, but it's time for you now to branch off and to determine which direction will your ship take you in. And so, what I want to briefly discuss is 5 key things to remember as you steer towards success and as you set sail from this school today. The first point I want to discuss is learning should be a lifelong goal. Repeat after me. Learning should be a lifelong goal. So I say that to say, don't adopt the attitude that I have my diploma, it's over now. It is not over, young people. It is just beginning. Some of your ships will sail to college. Some of your ships will sail to the military. Some of your ships will sail to trade school. Some of your ships will sail directly into the workforce. And some of your ships may not exactly know exactly where it's going to sail, but you're prepared to move forward. One of the things that I want you to understand that even in all of those destinations, you're going to meet people that you can learn from. And so you say, well, Mr. Rice, what if I can't afford college? Or what if I can't get into a trade school? Listen, the public library is still free. The last I checked, you still have mentors and people, senior people that care about you, that own businesses, that work at schools, that can assist you in deciding what type of goals you want to chart out for yourself. So even in me saying all of those challenges that you face, getting your education today means you will not be considered one of those individuals that didn't finish high school. You'll be considered one of those individuals that completed high school. And this may sound corny to the grads, but it's really, really simple. The more you learn, the more you earn. And that's what we're at. Point 2, don't let failures define you. I know a lot of y'all probably watch TV like I watch it, and you see the shows Unsung. You familiar with that? Behind the Music, Life After, E! Hollywood Stories. One of the things that excites me when I look at these stories is that many of these individuals often went through a transformation and some devastating loss that many of us never knew about. So we may see someone successful as a business person, or as a doctor, or as an entrepreneur, but we didn't know the total struggle that they went through and what they had to sacrifice. And so what I'm saying to you is that you must embrace the struggle. That means that it's not going to be microwave success that you put it in the microwave, open it up, and now I'm a CEO. It means that you're going to plant seeds today, work hard, so that as you move towards the future and opportunities come about, you're prepared for those opportunities. Well, some of y'all are saying, well, Mr. Rice, I'm scared to fail. I mean, you're talking about these different goals. What if I go for these goals? What if this doesn't happen? What if that doesn't happen? Let me ask you this. What if it happens? What if you you are able to achieve that goal that you set for yourself. Don't let failure define you. Point 3, learn to face your fears. I know it wasn't easy for many of you all to walk into this school. I know some of you may have had experiences that weren't good prior to this. And you were nervous about, will I be successful here at Excel Academy? Well, first of all, before I even say the rest of what I have to say, you're successful. Because you're on the stage today. And you know, like I know, that you had friends that you cared about, that you loved, that you thought might have been here today. Some are not here because they didn't do the work that you did. And there are others who aren't here because of life circumstances that were out of their control. I think as a graduating class, you're in a unique position to serve as a model for them so that they don't give up, so that they keep pushing, so that they keep striving. Learn to face your fears. If you have challenges, ask for help. When I was in high school, I remember the first day of junior year, I was laughing, joking with friends. The teacher put some stuff on the board, said, quiz is tomorrow. I looked at it like you're crazy. At the end of class I came to, I said, if this is how we start out the first day, there's no way I'm going to finish it. I'm not going to be able to do it. And you know what she said to me? She said, Johnny, I don't want to hear it. If you need a coach class, if you need a tutor, I'll get it for you. Don't accept failure. And guess what? I listened. And because I listened, I was able to complete my academic career in high school. But I'm not going to sit here and act like it was easy. And I know it wasn't easy for you. So don't be scared for help. Point 4, run your own race. Run your own race. Well, so-and-so's in so-and-so. Well, so-and-so's going to college. Well, why didn't I? Hey, don't worry about what other people are doing. If anything, go up to them and say, hey, I'm happy for you. Congratulations. You know, congratulations. Because you'll find out as you get older in life, you know, the race it's not so much how you start, it's how you run it, and it's how you finish. And this group right here today, you're not going to run the race without integrity. You're going to run it with integrity, which means when you're running, we're going to have people cheering you along the way. When you're running, we're not going to have people saying, we want to see them slip and fall. You're going to run the race the right way. In 2012, are we going to run to win? Yeah. All right, we're running to win. Clap it up. And the last key point I want to make is always remember to give back. Always remember to give back. You notice at the beginning of my comments, I said, our graduates. I said our graduates because you belong to all of us. You're part of this global community right here in Baltimore. But you're part of this global community. So since you're our graduates, there's an expectation. You know, I can't wait to look through the list of the recent Francis M. Wood Excel Academy graduates that are going out in the world and doing great things. And some of you are saying, well, okay, Mr. Price, you're talking all this great drinks. Listen, I don't care if you work at Best Buy. Do your best, be respectful to people, help others. You don't have to do it all. But you have to do something, and you have to have a passion to help and give back to the community. Other people are watching you. What would be more powerful than your peers seeing and hearing about your success? Well, Mr. Rice, that sounds good, but you know, and it's good you up there in your suit and whatever, and it's nice, but you don't understand. No, I understand, because I understood when my father was an alcoholic, he was abusive to my mother. I understood when I was mentoring a young man, he got shot and lost his life in East Baltimore. I understood when I was working in a prison, there was young men doing 25 years of life saying, I wish I had the opportunity to be in seats in a school and take advantage of the opportunity. And y'all took advantage of it. I'm so proud of you for doing it. The one thing I do know about your class is that over the last couple weeks, months, years, that the principal has ensured, along with the staff, that you all are respectful, that you all are responsible, and I can tell that the class of 2012 has definitely ready for what life has to offer. And I'll even get more specific before I close, because I like to learn a little bit about the class. And what I do know is that Maurice wants to go to trade school. Well, Maurice, if you're in there, you're going to go to trade school if that's what you want to do. I'm claiming that already. Anika wants to attend college. Anika, you will attend college. Andre wanted to make his mom proud of him. Well, Andre, if you're up here right now, I think it's clear to say your mother's probably proud of you right now. Destiny persevered through personal tragedies. Yes, she's still here. And Sean Reese wants to go to the police academy to help to make communities safer. And so these are just a snapshot of some of the dreams that you all have, but as I talked about the E. Hollywood story, each of you all are in a position to write your story. You're behind the music. It's going to have its ups, it's going to have its downs, but at the end, I'm sure it's going to be one that's successful. And you can't give up, because some of you all have young brothers and sisters that's depending on you. Some of you have grandparents that did everything they could to raise you, spent every penny they had so that you could have the things that you needed. You can't give up on them because they care. Having children that look up to you. Having grandparents, having family members that sacrifice so you could be here. Some people here may be living their dreams through you right now, because they couldn't be here and take advantage of this because they had things they needed to do to make sure that you were here. So as I close, I would like to leave you with a message. Your school's philosophy that I'm sure you have heard time and time again, but rings so true today, and that is, class of 2012. Repeat after me. Success is the only option. Now that's what's up. Clap it up for me. Thank you, God bless.